Welcome to Ecomm Cowboy. This is D2C's daily show where we believe ads are not bad. They're awesome. Ignorance is expensive and the American dream is alive and well on the wild web today. It is Wednesday, July 8th, 2026 in the year of our Lord. We're coming to you live and in living color from a beautiful yet undisclosed hidden location in the Austin, Texas hills, the unofficial home of internet entrepreneurship. We're brought to you by Postscript, Rocked, AfterSell, Sati, Proxima, Universal Ads, Slash, Rich Panel Intelligence, North Beam, and Seguno, and we got a jam-pack show for you today. Lab and Uncrustables has released and debuted a $2,000 putter. I did not know putters were that expensive, but it is gorgeous. We are going to dive into it. There is a new Chrome extension that filters out fake knockoff Amazon brands. Gotten over 1 million views. Very interesting to say the least. Meta has unveiled a new image generator. Is this making anyone else tired? Me slightly. And Gruns is growing again and adding an absolute dream team to their staff. We're going to be joined by Hayley Cannon, founder of onewith, was just on Shark Tank not long ago. Methinks she's going to be coming to us and talking with us, as well as Brett Curry, CEO and co-founder of OMG Commerce, doing a little shindig with Google's YouTube in New York City to come. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Colin Doherty. Colin, get inside of this show.
Let's go. That's me swimming upstream to report an amazing show for you.
Swimming upstream. And I know you didn't get all the hours of sleep that you wanted last night, but you are still here. And
I was peeled to the Iran deal that's falling apart.
Is there another one? I stopped paying attention because all I do is live Ecomm every day. Look at that. I'm kirked up. I'm kirked up to the gills. You're yapped up to the gills. Speaking of yapping, a man of words, we must welcome inside of the show guest host of the day, the one and only Nate Lagos, founder of Shooting Devils. Let's go, Nate.
What's up, fellas?
Man,
it's so good to be back.
It's a great Wednesday because you are here. You know, last time you were here, you had a little tease of sorts for something you were going to announce, but I think it's on the timeline. I think it's public now.
It's public. We've got a copywriting and CRO camp happening in August. You can go to bottomsupcopy.com and get your tickets right now. There's still 2 tickets left at pre-sale pricing before I
only 2. There's only 2 tickets left.
Well, just for the pre-sale price of $1,000.
Okay.
And then I'm more than doubling the price after that because I want to keep the group pretty tight. But yeah, bottoms up copy right now. We are going to test messaging on your website first, then find ways to scale it in the ad account. It's what I'm doing for my clients, but my client roster's full. So this was a great way for me to do it for a handful of brands at once. I'll cut it off at like 15 max probably. So get in there, bottomsupcopy.com, and we're going to kick off the first Tuesday in August.
Incredible. I wish that I could be there for it. I'm a little jealous that I didn't look. I didn't know that there was a pre-sale. I need to look. I need to see it. Where is it? It's going to be in North Carolina.
First one's virtual, so let me throw that out there. But next spring, I already got approval to host one at a certain whiskey distillery that I frequent. So that one's going to be huge. Not to drop any hints, but what's on the table behind me, it might be like something like this. We'll see.
I think so.
But yeah, next spring, the first bottoms up copywriting camp in person is going to be in Tennessee, and we're going to drink some whiskey and learn how to make creative that converts.
Do not tempt me with a good time, but I will tempt you with this, Nate Lagos. Lab and Uncrustables has debuted an incredible work of art upon the timeline. Producer Jack, I'd love you to bring this up. This came out yesterday from Lab Golf, their account, Lab Golf Putters. This work of art, the most delicious putter ever made, it is officially available. Apparently 3 different types of putters. I didn't know there were so many types of putters. Okay. They have the Uncrustables wrapping here. I believe we have a video Two, I'd love you just play this sound off, producer Jack, so that we can see this thing. I was delighted to see this. I was shocked to see that it was $2,000. You can tell I'm not a man of the greens so much, because I didn't know that these things could cost $2,000. But look at this presentation. I mean, the box,
Oh my gosh.
opening. I mean, the case. They've got like a carrying case to go with this thing. Man, it looks gorgeous. It makes me want to go to the greens and get on the links with the boys and smash some Uncrustables. Look at this case. I mean, this to me is like a masterpiece of a collection of a drop. I was astounded. Nate Lagos, let's start with you. Your thoughts on this, sir?
Few things in life are more satisfying than a refrigerated Uncrustable at the turn heading onto the back nine. So I want to like this, but I just can't. Like, it's just a little too much for me. And this is coming from guys who like,
too pricey?
Listen, I'm not a golf purist. I only got into golf since COVID hit. So I'm one of these new guys that all the golf purists want to get out of the game. And even I sell a shooting doubles hat for golf, where it talks about, it's for guys that are shooting doubles on and off the course. But this is just a little too much. $2,000 for a purple putter.
Wow.
Miss me with this one.
Oh, Colin Doherty, your thoughts on this? Too much for you, big dog?
Completely disagree. This is an absolute master class in collaboration for brands coming together and releasing a limited edition piece. You love to see this. You know that golfers have a ton of excess capital to grab up all these fun little putters here. I'm going to grab a Scotty Cameron here. I'm going to grab Tiger's new thing here. I'm going to grab this thing here. Golfers are the perfect demographic for this. They have $2,000 to throw around on a limited edition piece. Also, this is a masterclass on the video launch. Absolutely phenomenal. They put so much effort into this. The unboxing experience, everything here is absolutely beautiful. I also love that it is so over the top and thumb stopping, because that is what it takes to get into the zeitgeist in 2026. I love this. This is a 10 out of 10.
They are definitely in the
verify
zeitgeist
as well. Colin, from a business perspective, you're right. Like, I think this collab absolutely nails it. And you guys know I'm a brand collab guy. When we were at OG, we did deals with, Jack Daniels, Ford, Taylor Guitars, and all of those, even some of our more out there ones that would be like similar to this vein, didn't move a whole ton of volume, but it did a great job at bringing new eyeballs to the site. It did a great job at like just getting people talking and getting people excited again. So from the brand growth perspective, yes, they absolutely nailed it. I don't think this is going to be a new top seller for them, but they'll make some money on it. And more importantly, I think get a bunch of eyeballs and visitors back to their website.
I think
I would never buy this.
You would never buy it. Okay, well, there's this thing is going to get bought. I mean, it's going to get bought. It's too juicy.
Yeah, they'll sell some for sure.
It's too juicy not to buy. I do believe they're still available. This tweet, just the tweet itself, did 1.8 million views yesterday.
Crazy.
So very, very much in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
I will say I'm golf, adjacent. I'm aware. I'm not. I probably go golfing like once or twice in a lifetime. So far. So I'm not like on the links every weekend. But I will say I'm like aware. I'm generally aware. I did not know that lab golf existed. Okay, and maybe that's exposing me that I'm really not adjacent. But I'm aware of them now. And I think this is going to make people know them, love them, endear new potential consumers to them like me. I don't want to drop 2K on it, but I think there's going to be a lot of guys who happily will, simply for the vibes. I mean, to roll out there on the green with the boys, to pop out that Uncrustable putter. It's got incredible, impeccable vibes. And so I think this is a great collab campaign for them. Maybe they sell a few. I don't know how many are they going to sell, but I definitely know of them now. What I would add on here, I would have loved to have seen like a creator or an athlete be like added on top of this. You know, like Pat McAfee just did the Jams deal. You know, let's just say it was with Jams instead of Uncrustables. Like adding somebody from like the Pat McAfee universe, I think would have just taken this even more parabolic. There's probably some athletes that could have been a fit to like work in with this, and then even more hilarious if it's like on Good Golf or like it's on Dude Perfect's, one of Dude Perfect's videos. I think there's another layer here, but I'm very much aware of them now, whereas I was not before.
There you go. It did its job for sure.
Yeah, they released 3 models for this, all of which are $2,000 each. 3 different putter models. One is entirely sold out on the website.
Oh, is it?
One of the models is entirely sold out. The other 2 are still available. They also released 3 unique head covers for this at $100 each.
Oh yeah,
2 of the head covers are entirely sold out. There's only 1 left.
Okay, let me get your thoughts on this. Here's what I would say. Like, if I was brand side with them right now, let's just say like it wasn't selling out. Okay, it was getting a bunch of views, but not a clicks. I would probably like fake sell the thing out. I would probably like, you know, hey, let's give it a couple days, and they're like, oh, it's sold out, sold out. We may have a few more, and then we'll you know, so much demand. We may, you know, we'll produce a few more and then probably unveil them like, you know, a couple weeks later, maybe try and add a creator on top. I mean, would you do something like this, Nate Legos?
Yeah, and I'm not proud of it, but we've done the before. Like, it works. You know, the good news in my career is that like we've had a bunch of real sellouts. So when one doesn't hit, it's not necessarily a bad day. Like at every brand I've been at, I've always begged the founders and the product team for like, hey, just give me more. I want a new product drop every Friday if we can swing it. Because there's never a bad performing launch day, meaning we either sell the thing out and it's awesome, or when the product doesn't hit, we still end up having a good revenue day because people are just buying more of our best sellers anyway. So there's never a bad launch day. It's an excuse for you to brag and flex your brand, get more people interested in what you're doing. Again, worst case scenario, people are going to come to your website. I bet they're selling more of their regular, not crazy putters this week as well. So I think no such thing as a bad launch. Launch everything. I don't want to tell you to fake scarcity and urgency, but they're powerful tools for sure.
Yeah, to facilitate scarcity and urgency.
They launched a picnic basket with this collection that
which apparel, I love
apparel,
that
hats,
is clever.
Towels and accessories. The hats are entirely sold out already.
Boom.
The towels are entirely sold out already.
Yep.
And the accessories are entirely sold out already. Yeah.
You know, there's a company in the world of baseball that has a similar kind of model. They're called ARIA, which stands for absolutely ridiculous innovation for athletes or something. And they produce some wild gear, and it's the same thing with them where like they put out the full baseball gloves, but they do way more, I think, from the outside looking in. I think they do way more in some of the other like smaller accessories than like the main hero glove.
Colin, question for you here. I see on the PDP lead time 2 to 4 weeks. Is that
crazy?
So they're made to order, probably.
Is like that? Is it like made to order, or is it like, hey, we're kind of hedging our bets? Like we don't know how.
I
much
would guess it's a hedge.
You know, it kind of sounds like they're hedging themselves a little bit. Like maybe we can make some more if we get a little more, you know, volume. It sounds like they're kind of working that in here. Which, hey, no shame in the game. I think that's smart if they're doing that.
Yeah. Especially with higher ticket items, people are willing to wait. Like they're not going to get any complaints on the timeline for deliverability if they deliver them within a month. So yeah, I love the hedge, and I don't know if they did any of the kind of like made to order storytelling behind it, but I've seen that work super well too.
Well, the thing here is you have to configure the putter to you. So you have to tell them your shaft length.
Okay.
You got to tell them your shaft length, and then your lie. Whoa, dude, chill out. And then your lie angle, and then if you are right or left-handed. so that it's kind of made to order, but I'm sure they only have like certain amount of things. But yeah, I'll select that 36-inch shaft length.
Yeah, I didn't
Wow.
realize how inappropriate
I-
shaft length, the lie angle, and then left
I
or
am
right
reporting on
was.
golf.
I-
I'm reporting on golf, dude.
I don't know where this is going, but I like where it's headed. No, I'm kidding. Moving forward here to stories of the day, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the one and only Postscript. Focus is an amazing thing, is it not? When one focuses, you get outsized results, and there's only one SMS partner from which, when you make the switch from whoever you're working with today to Postscript, you get a plus 22% increase in SMS revenue on average. Now, I didn't see that. I saw a whole lot more. We went from making very little money on SMS in general to being a top 1% account inside of Postscript's entire platform inside of a year. And the secret is I just did what they said. What they are saying now is that you're leaving money on the table when your customers text you back. Go get the conversation report, directtoconsumer.co/the conversation report. You're going to get all the data. And the good news is that Postscript's AI shopper can now have one-to-one conversations with your customers at scale. Nate Lagos, currently on the show, testified he turned the thing on day one, made an extra 17K while he was hanging out offline at the Jack Daniels distillery. Go talk with Postscript. Tell him Colin I sent you. Me. Thanks for Postscript being part of this show. Now, gentlemen, there is a interesting the Chrome extension is called Knockoff. It is what it does is it hides, takes away, demarks potential fake Amazon brands, and it's going parabolic on the timeline. Producer Jack, I'd love you to bring this up. This came to us by way of SH Pigford, and he said knockoff is live. Filter out the knockoff crap brands on Amazon. Okay, his words here. Sorry to brands like, and then he's got a long list of all caps brands that you've likely never heard of, but quasi could potentially be a brand on Amazon. Producer Jack, can you zoom in on some of these some of these images? Like, look at this. Okay, you turn the thing on and then it puts in black and white anything that could potentially be a knockoff, a cheap remake, etc. I'm kind of a fan of this, to be honest, because trust this brand, block this brand, dismiss for this item. I'm kind of a fan of this because I like for the real ones to get their fair share. I don't know if this takes off inside of the actual en masse Gen Pop, but did get 10.6 million views yesterday. So maybe those who are interested in winning on Amazon love it, to say the least. Colin Doherty, your thoughts on this?
I actually don't like this. I'm a fan of a lot of competition because I think it breeds innovation and also breeds pricing, basically pushing down very aggressively. And so from a consumer standpoint, I actually don't, I'm not the biggest fan of this, just because I do believe in like true cutthroat competition. So I don't know. It's cool. It's really cool. I'm glad he built it, but I won't be using it.
A lot of our near and dear Amazon operators getting competed off the platform, though, Colin Doherty. I mean, nothing
sure.
from you on this. I mean, I can see like, hey, if there's more available, it's cheaper for me consumer wise. Yeah, I can see that. But there are a lot of people getting competed off the platform entirely. Is that fair?
Yeah. Knuckle up, baby. It's hard out there. I don't know what to tell you.
It's hard out there in the streets.
It's hard out there on the streets, man. Like there's these brands are literally live. They're like live shopping 24/7 on Amazon, and they're streaming directly from warehouse. And like, yeah, they're cracked. Like, compete with them there.
Nate Lagos.
Yeah, me and Colin are gonna fight all day, I think. Colin, I think, and I'm as a free market capitalist as it gets, but it's really hard to sustain that ecosystem when the Chinese don't play by the same rule book. When they're stealing patents, when they're utilizing, close to slave labor, like American companies cannot and will not and should not compete with that. And I think it's super unfair for us to have let, the Chinese undercut us across the board on manufacturing. And I think Americans should do something about it. From the pure consumer side, I like lower prices, but I can't tell you how many times I've bought something cheap that turned out to be awful. So I'm going to use this 100% because I'd rather pay a little bit more for stuff that's quality and works and supports American companies. And if I'm being honest, I want filters that go further than this on the internet. I want to exclude AI content from my feed.
Whoa!
I want to be able to filter
Whoa.
out certain creators and certain types of, clickbait tactics. I want more filters that bring the internet back to playing the
20
game the right way kind of
2016.
ecosystem. Yeah,
2016.
basically.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm with that. I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I guess I'm a little bit of an outsider looking in on the Amazon ecosystem simply because it's never been my specialty. Even as a buyer, I never use Amazon. I never search it. Whenever like I have a desperate need and I know I need to get something here fast, and I just need I just need a good solution, and I need it like cheap and fast. Like I'll like ask my wife, hey, can you find this thing? Or I'll find the thing. I'll say, hey, wife, can you order this? And then it comes, and then it's like, okay, great. Like that solved my need. But I'm never going there for just like perusing, shopping, like seeing what I can get.
Fair.
To me, it fills this, in my mind, it just fills this gap of like, I need something for a good deal and I need it fast. I'm generally a fan of this because so many of because the platform itself, fees are going up. A number of the players and brands inside of our space are being totally competed away. I would say, man, if it's rough out there in the Amazon streets, it's time to build your own Shopify store. And it's time to spin up those meta ads pointed at just more than just your Amazon account. And it's time to get some organic social going and figure out how to win in different platforms. If it's really encroaching, margins are going thinner, and you're disillusioned about what could be for your business in the long run because of cheap knockoffs, because of higher raising fees. It might be time to go elsewhere and start swimming in some different ponds. Is that fair?
Retweet. Yeah, I think that's super fair. I think Amazon has like kind of become like the Walmart of the internet. And if you want to build a real brand, you need to build something more unique, more luxurious, higher quality, whatever it is. You have to build something better that people are willing to pay a little bit more for because they either trust you or they know the product is better or the story is better. And with you, do that on Shopify, not Amazon.
Yeah.
I would want to take this filter a step farther than what Nate described. I want a filter where only products that would be approved by Macho Man Randy Savage and or Chuck Norris. And you try to click on something, and then Chuck Norris just pops up and he goes, "Oh, brother, easy there, Ranger. You don't want that."
Now we're talking.
Easy there, Ranger.
And it shoots you over to another one.
That's fair. I want to check Norris filter. I'm down.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Let's go.
I think Bezos might be down for that too. I mean,
Let's
he's a very masculine guy. I think he might be down for a Chuck Norris filter. Meta, next story here. Meta has unveiled Muse Image. I have to say, this almost makes me a little tired to read this and think about this. Polymarket debuted this news here that we're pulling it from. Meta unveils Muse Image, its first image generation model from Meta Super Intelligence Labs, and TechCrunch gave us some details here. Producer Jack, bring up this article. A few details here. Meta on Tuesday unveiled Muse Image, its new AI image generator built by Meta Super Intelligence Labs, company's dedicated AI unit feature, which was internally codenamed Mango, now available for free. I don't even know if anybody's going to use this thing. What exactly can you do with Muse? It sounds like the use cases are similar to most other AI image generators. You'll be able to create plenty of goofy, cartoonish images, for instance. If you're short on inspiration and you can't come up with original prompts on your own, Meta says that Muse comes with presets. There does seem to be a bit of some controversy here because, as The Verge first pointed out, potentially invasive in that it's pulling real users into generated photos without explicit consent. That's a privacy landmine waiting to detonate. At first, when this came up, I thought this was going to be dedicated to creating ads. I do think there's some use case for this. Meta claims users have control over this feature. Muse has other less invasive applications. One is creating custom ads. AI has notably crept into advertising over the past year. Another is experimenting with interior decorating ideas in a promo video. Here's what I'll say. This to me, at first listen and look, it feels like another new dedicated rolled out tool that Meta will quickly kill and remove from the iOS App Store. I just want I want the ads thing. Like, let's focus on ads and CPMs. Like, let's focus on the core of the business. Nate Legos.
Can I ask a broader question here?
Yes.
How is Meta so bad and so late on all things AI?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they are.
Like, how are they coming out with an image generator now when Chat and Claude and Grok have been able to do this for, 18 months, 24 months?
Apparently, this is the promo video here. I mean, again, it looks cool. I mean, these images look
great.
great.
A bunch more content for me to filter out of my feed.
I mean, they look awesome. They look awesome. At this point, though, we're midway through 2026. There's been so much of this. ChatGPT shut down Sora. It makes me a little tired. I do want, like, hey, let's make the ad machine better. If I do need more ad creative, like, give me the capabilities to make it easier and actually better. But it's making me a little tired just thinking about it. I don't know. I don't see the consumer side appeal here. Colin Doherty?
I love using my likeness to train metadata. Thank you so much, Dr. Bird. I appreciate you. I hope that you make a lot of money from my likeness, and I'm so glad to be contributing to your fifth bunker. I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Meta is focusing on this and not, the ads manager. It's really exciting, but I think it is probably pretty important for what they're doing moving forward. Given the fact that their big push is going to be into AI and glasses. I don't like people using my data though. I don't like people using my data to train their models though. So, not a fan.
We'll see how much pushback that it gets. I want to hear more news on, like, how awesome the ads manager is going to be. Moving forward, Gruns, the rocket
Chris, can I
ship.
interrupt you?
Please,
Am I allowed?
You
Can
are.
I ask you guys a broader question about AI capabilities right now?
Please.
Because I'm in a weird spot where I quit my job a few months ago to go all in on my two businesses, the copywriting agency and shooting doubles. Both are doing good. Both are having, record month after record month. We're profitable, but it's taking up a lot of my time doing two things at once. Yeah. And I was thinking to myself today at 3 a.m., if I took 2 years and went all in on using AI to help me, or went all out on using AI to help me, which version of me do you think comes out richer and happier in 24 months?
Gosh, that's a good question. I mean, you can see the bet that I've made here. The bet that I've made is that if I show up every day live and in living color, then it will make me more money at the end of the day than simply building AI workflows. That being said, I'm actively trying to build AI workflows that help exactly what I'm doing every single day. Like, I was up till well, I guess not last night. I was up late doing something else last night, but 2 nights ago I was up till 2:30 working on an AI workflow that can hopefully inhibit and expose and bring more value to the D2C community. Not yet released and not yet announced, but I guess I'm trying to do a bit of both, but I'm betting heavy on the non-AI in real life human live element. I am.
Yeah,
Colin.
I would say you, as your individual contributor, should stay within your realm of expertise. I would throw this out there because we've played around with this idea, but there's a world where there's a shooting doubles AI intern that you are grabbing from college that is just AI-ifying you up to the gills. You're not physically doing it, and you're throwing a little bit of your, profit back into this intern for a 3-month kind of thing. And in exchange, they get credit, and also they get to use your kind of projects as a quote unquote portfolio moving forward, and or maybe like that transition into a full-time role. But I would not pull away your focus to try to figure out AI workflows when there's like some cracked out 21-year-old programmer who can like do it in 2 weeks and like fully link up your business.
Yeah. Do we think AI is just becoming like its own expertise where like it'd be silly for me to go, act like I'm the COO? Like I needed someone who's good at that, who's talented at that.
Yeah.
Like, is that what AI is? Like, should I just hire someone to help me do that better in a way that grows revenue and profits for my companies?
I think now, but like 2 years from now, it's probably so easy for you and I to use it where it's like, it's just like everybody can use it. But right now there's still like a small moat.
I just feel like we've been hearing that for 2 years already.
Totally. Yeah.
Right,
we have
right
to,
now,
it's VC funded.
Right now, I think marketing wise, there's always credence to zigging while others zag, and there's been so much hubbub on this. I think branding oneself and framing oneself as like, oh, actually humans are better. and framing oneself that way and leaning that way, it probably wins a lot of business. I say that to say, like in the greater software engineering, coding, ecosphere, there's a number of companies that are like Ford and et cetera that are hiring back their old gray beard engineers because AI ended up costing too much. You know what I'm saying? And so I think framing wise, there's a lot to zagging here. Hey, actually, why don't I host an IRL, conference and let's talk about copywriting as humans. Like, why don't I do that? Because I am better than the machine. Like, I think that's going to win you a lot more business right now, at least.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. Thanks for the free consulting session, boys.
Absolutely. Always
next,
here
Gruns?
to serve. Next, Gruns is growing again, ladies and gentlemen. Chad, appropriately named, by the way, is acquiring, the Marvel's Avengers, so to speak. He has this to say: Gruns is growing again. We've opened 12 roles since day zero. Man. Our philosophy has been simple: hire the absolute best, not the top 5 best people, literally just the single best. A huge portion of our team came to us exactly this way through recommendations from this community. He talks about the challenges, the opportunities. They just launched nationwide at every Costco. Did you guys know that? Crazy. I didn't know that they were at every Costco, including a recent expansion with Gruns Kids. They've unveiled youth snacks. They have all of these like secondary and tertiary brands that they are rolling out. Nootrops, Immune, Juiced. Fast Company named them the number 3 on their most innovative companies list. And the roles are quite expansive here. We've got finance and strategy, looking for a CFO, crazy. Biz ops associate, marketing, Ecomm, VP, brand VP, Ecomm, VP, retention and LTV, senior paid social specialist, senior product designer, retail product. They've got, he's even got some like opening soon here, senior Shopify full stack engineer, director of go-to-market, supply chain specialist. I mean, there's like a lot that he's putting on the table here. And something that I really like is that he asked, like, don't just DM them. Don't just DM me, like tag them below. Even if they're not available, I don't care who they're working for. Like, tag them below. If they're not looking, don't care. Tag the absolute best for these roles that you know. I think this is great and wise on his part. Some would say LinkedIn is essentially CEOs selling to potential employees. Colin Doherty, your thoughts?
Yeah, I got a little gremlin way to approach this if you really want to do this. But I'm the biggest fan of the director of, what was it? The director of GTM and business strategy sounds frothy to me. Like that, that is, I'd be foaming at the mouth for that because they have so many separate arms that you could kind of just pontificate on. But what you should do is you should build a nice little Shopify website for Chad. And I want you to tag it in the comments. And then what I want you to do is then throw a website ID identification tool onto your website. Then I want you to get an enrichment and throw that throw that data through a physical mailing address and get Chad's physical mailing address and mail him a business plan of how you would do everything.
Wow. That was quite extensive and goated gremlin-esque of finding one's way in. I like
Or just use Apollo. Or just
Right.
Or just grab his info from Apollo.
All right. Hey,
I was gonna say, besides a potential stalking charge and restraining order, I don't see a flaw with that plan at all.
Dude.
No, I'm actually a huge fan of like unique outreach to try to land roles. I forget who said it once, but someone said like buy a burner phone and ship it to someone and then call them, which is like super like creepy industry.
Gas,
like movie stuff, but like you'd answer it, you'd 100% answer it.
Yeah, you would.
And you can get notifications on the shipping, so you can call like as soon as they get it. But yeah, no, looks like they're building an absolute all-star team, and I love that he's acknowledging like, hey, these are probably not people who are looking for jobs. These are not people that are in the job market. They're probably doing great work at another brand, and he wants to go and get them. I think that's fantastic.
There is a service that does cold caking, not cold emailing, but cold caking. You send a cake that has your message emblazoned upon the cake. Very unique. I think it's worthwhile, and you need somebody to tag you on the post. Like go find your friend, get your uncle, get somebody that looks prestigious, and have them tag you on the post. When Gruns first talked about this was pre-acquisition, pre all of the things. When they first talked about like expanding their product so much so as they have, I was like kind of not a fan. I was like, oh, just like focus on the thing, I repent. I love what they're doing, like expanding this line. I love it, and like Chad has said before, potentially all of these could become $100 million plus products and businesses, and he's looking for the best of the best to come join him for
he's also he's paying too. VP of brand role 250, VP of e-commerce role 250, VP of retention and LTV 250, CFO role competitive, so probably 300 to 350. That's going to be he's paying big bags for these, so he really does want.
Dude, I think talent is just so worth that these days. Like,
I agree.
Like this comes from a guy who's not looking for a job currently. But yeah, like so much of these brands' success depends on marketing talent. It's like, well, go bet on it then. Go bet on the best people.
Absolutely. Nate Lagos, we appreciate you making the time to join us this morning, sir. Remind us, when is this camp happening? How do I get my pre-sale ticket? All of the things.
Yeah, well, 2 were purchased during this episode, so
no
ticket left at pre-sale.
That's crazy
pricing. Go to bottomsupcopy.com. After that, I'm doubling the price on you. But it is a virtual copywriting and CRO camp that I'm hosting every week in August. There will be future ones that are going to be in person, but this one's going to be awesome. The curriculum is insane. Maybe we'll go through that on a future episode, but I'm going to be auditing every brand's messaging personally, and I'm going to teach you how to write better copy to make more money. So go to bottomsupcopy.com if you want to reserve your spot right now.
Maybe we can work a deal, and you can just slip me one of those just like a recording of everything. I'm just putting it out there. You don't have to commit. We'll
get a little Cowboy deal.
Okay,
let's go.
Appreciate that. Nate, we love you, brother. Appreciate you making the time to join us. Look forward to having you back, man.
Thank you all for having me.
It was like right on the show.
Moving forward here, we have the one and only Hayley Cannon coming to us, founder of onewith, a star of stage and screen, not too long ago on the one and only Shark Tank. Has done something very interesting inside of the swimwear space, very relevant right now in summer months as well. Before she comes inside of the show, let us talk about the one and only Sati. Ladies and gentlemen, your affiliate program has been running for a while, has it not? It has. and it looks fine on paper. Commissions going out, sales coming in, but you probably have a nagging feeling that maybe there's more under the hood that is going on that you can't see, because every platform in the space is simply built on one thing: last click. Whoever gets the last click gets the commission. That is the entire logic. It's an oversimplification of affiliates as a channel. It makes it look less powerful than it really is. Sati is the first affiliate platform built on multi-touch attribution, cookieless, Shopify native services. Who introduced the customer, who nurtured them, who closed the sale. You're no longer looking at a flat list of commissions. Okay, you have a map of how your affiliate channel moves people through a buying decision. Go to mysati.io/champion/ecom-cowboy. Get 20% off your plan, full migration support, onboarding setup, monthly strategic calls with the Sati team. It is very smart of you. Go explore it. Many thanks for Sati being part of this show. Now, we must bring a I would say innovator inside of the swimwear space, doing something interesting. Actually having a better cup of coffee does serve you at the end of the day if you can bring it to market. And Hayley Cannon absolutely has with her brand onewith. We must bring her inside of the show. Everybody welcome Hayley Cannon. Hayley, get in here.
Let's
get
go.
Inside this show.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi. Hayley, we are so happy that you're here. Appreciate you making the time to join us. Welcome to the show.
Likewise, thank you for having me.
Hayley, I would love to get some background on this thing. Like, how did onewith come to be? Like, give us a little backstory on this. Everybody knows that you've been on Shark Tank and all of the things, but give us a little backstory on how this whole thing came to be, Hayley.
Yeah, so it was April 2019. I was trying on a bunch of different swimsuits for a trip to Miami, and I was so frustrated. I'm sure a lot of women can relate. And I literally said out loud, out of frustration, I just want a swimsuit that fits like my favorite no-show underwear does. That was my light bulb moment. I immediately Googled to see if this existed. It did not, and that's how I knew I had to be the one to create it.
Somebody's got to bring this thing to market and sell it on the interwebs. And now you are. Go ahead, Colin.
Could you talk to us a little bit about your experience, like going through that Shark Tank process? Because just as, someone, that seems nerve-wracking to me to then be like, I'm going to go stand in front of all these cameras. I'm going to pitch everybody. And then also I have to realize millions of people are going to be watching this. Like, what was going through your mind during that time?
It was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done. Like, I can't sit here and pretend to you like I wasn't totally freaking out. And I was just on a call with another Shark Tank portfolio company, if you will. And we both agreed, like, when we walked off set, it was like, I think I can do anything now. Like, I just did, like, arguably the most nerve-wracking thing ever. And we did it, and we came out the other side. So that was so cool. But yeah, it was a weighted calculation though, Colin. Like, it was really something I had to weigh. Is it worth it? Like, it's a risk. It's a huge risk. Time, money, investment, embarrassing yourself on potentially national television. Like, I weighed all of these things.
Yeah. We've had other founders on here before that sometimes got a really bad deal on Shark Tank, and then they kind of like rework that thing afterward. Talk to me about like leading up to that. I understand, like, at least up until that point, you're bootstrapped, no outside funds, etc. I mean, talk to us about this. Sometimes I feel like truly like D2C selling on the internet, like it's kind of built for being profit first and bootstrapping, etc. But it's also not really easy either, which is why there's a lot of us who don't end up succeeding this way. What's that experience been like bootstrapping for you prior to that?
Yeah, so I had always said, like, I am so willing to take on investors. It just has to be the right one. It has to be the right setup. And I walked into the tank being willing at that point. To your point, I was completely bootstrapped. I owned 100%. I walked into the tank knowing I was ready, willing, able to give away 20%. I didn't factor in that it could be 2 sharks. I was just thinking about one, right? But I got 2 sharks. They each got 10%. I hit that 20% cap. So I walked out of the tank at my ceiling, if you will, but like totally happy with that. And I was just talking to a really early stage founder yesterday, and I said, like, you know, I followed so many false leads of people telling me, like, you should raise money, you should raise money. It's like, I actually don't think I should have. I think I really, in the early stages, should have had my head down, building the brand, growing the business versus chasing funds, because obviously that came later with Shark Tank. But yeah, I'm really happy I did it, but I definitely think there's something to be said about just bootstrapping until you can't bootstrap anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
You also recently eloped in New York City. Congratulations, by the way.
Congratulations.
In a fully custom dress built by you.
Really?
Is that the next path for the brand? Like, are you going to transition into dresses potentially? Like, what was the thought process behind that? And how cool is that, just being in your own product for that entire day? I thought probably amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. No, we are not going into the bridal industry. I actually came from the bridal industry. That was like my previous lifetime. And so it kind of like just wearing my own brand took the guesswork out of what I was going to wear. I did wear another dress, but it's like one I just bought online. But I spent the bulk of the time in my swimsuit wedding gown. Like, to be clear, it was a swimsuit wedding gown. Yeah,
That's awesome.
it was a swimsuit.
Nice.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so no, it was just a me thing though, Colin. It was just a me thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Talk to us. I would love for you to regale us with stories about working with Barbara Corcoran and everything, like all what that's like. But I'd like to know, especially for our Ecomm focused, D2C gremlins out here, trying to make $1 on every ad that's rolling out. I'd love to talk a little bit tactically, practically, when it comes to onewith and the internet. I believe you are you're a user, a facilitator of AfterSell, I believe, which we love. AfterSell, partners of here. Talk to me about how you've employed them. What's that look like? Has that been meaningful as far as finding more dollars per order, etc.?
Yeah, it's first of all, there is not an email I love to receive more than an AfterSell payout email. Can I just say, because I know,
let's go.
Like, I love those emails. I'm like, yes, like, I don't want to call it free money, certainly not free. But like, in the sense of, it was our customers that made a purchase. They got hit with the AfterSell offer. I think it's brilliant. And honestly, like, I checked our dashboard this morning, and I think we're adding on average an additional 17 cents per order.
Wow.
Just
by having it on.
And that to the layperson, that might sound like 17. Yeah. It's like, you do the math on that. That adds up. So, and it's literally just for having it. So I mean, it's such a no-brainer. It's crazy.
It does feel like free money, does it? No, I mean, I totally agree. It feels like free money, and I remember seeing it on the internet. I'm like, oh man, what is this? Why I was experiencing that? Okay, like what's going on under the hood here? It turns out it's like free money. This is what it feels like.
I get hit with it too, like as a consumer, and I'm like, oh yeah, like free offer for whatever. I'm like, heck yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
That's bananas. Yeah. And for context, that's 17 cents. Like, people think, oh, it's just 17 cents, but you do 1 million orders, you throw 17 cents on 1 million orders. That's a very sizable push back to your business. That is pure cash flow that, like, you can reinvest anywhere you want. You can push that into ads. You can push that into an influencer, all the above. I love that. That's incredible.
What I will say, Hayley, is I of course your product looks like right on. I mean, it looks great. I cannot be a user of the product myself, and unless menswear is coming.
It's not. I get that question a lot, but it's not. But
okay. Men's swimwear not coming. Fair, you want to stay in your lane. Totally get it. When I first heard of the concept, I started reading up on you, and you talked about the pain point. I have many wonderful women in my life. I have 4 daughters, etc. It feels like such a like a risky, like oh gosh, painful problem. Like, I want to look great when I go to the pool. I recently saw, like, there was somebody on Twitter I was following. They recently spent $3,000 on bikinis, and they're frustrated with the whole experience. It's such a like vulnerable like point in a woman's life, and to be able to like meet that and have a better product for them, makes them feel great, look great. I mean, to me, that's like got to be a big key to this whole success that you have created and built. Would you agree?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's so emotional. It really is it's an emotional purchase. It's an emotional experience. It's emotional trying it on. You know, like our customer service, we're like very aware of the fact that it is so emotional. And honestly, like going back to what I said before about coming from the bridal world, that kind of primed me for it because there's so much female shopping psychology, such a specialty purchase, such a intimate purchase, that I think had I not had that experience primed so early, that was like my first in-person job, because I did do YouTube videos for a long time, but like my first, like when I turned 16 and my parents were like, you're getting a real job. I worked at a bridal shop. So that honestly really primed my brain for like working with women for such an emotional purchase. And that's helped me, I think, a lot.
Yeah, it has to. It has to. It just seems like such a fit. Incredible.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Colin.
Hayley, we're about halfway through. We're a little over halfway through the year. What are you most excited about for the tail end of 2026? What are you most excited about? Is it going to be with collabs with influencers, channels you're excited to explore, potentially new product launches? What gets you fired up for the rest of the year?
Yeah. So it's depressing, but swimwear brands seasons end kind of like in the next like 2 weeks or so.
I know.
Oh,
That's a little sad, isn't it? It's a little
So
sad,
sad.
Hayley.
It's so sad. So honestly, the off season, as we call it, which is basically like August to December, always provides like a really meaningful container for me to assess the business, assess what's next, assess what's working, what's not working. I always make drastic changes during the off season. I get a little excited for it. I get a little tingly about it. Like I love making changes. I love, shaking the trees.
What do you think
as they
about?
say.
Yeah, it kind of this like reminds me of like golf. Actually, there's a lot of golf brands that have like they have an off season where they need and they have time to like sit back and think about like what to do and what to develop. It's probably somewhat of an advantage.
Yeah, I never thought about that. And I actually do think it's an advantage. The off season can be painful, but I really was thinking about that the other day though, Chris. Like I was like, you know what? This actually is a huge leg up that we have, like time to breathe. Granted, is it still insane? And I'm an Ecomm founder at the end of the day and I'm working, insane hours and stuff like that. But in terms of like an actual like step away period of just like less volume, I'm grateful. I am. And I think it is an advantage. I do. It's breathing room.
That is very interesting. And now that I know that you have been a YouTuber in past lives, I'm trying to find you actively on the internet.
Down,
right? It's down.
No, it's
Too bad.
No, it's
Too bad,
buried.
Haley. Too bad.
I
found a Hayley Cannon, but I don't think this is you. I don't think this is
married.
you. Yeah, that's married name. So I'm gonna have to do a little more digging. But well, hey, we love what you're doing, Hayley, and I love that you have like found this very unique way to meet women where they are in a painful, anxiety-ridden moment and help them up and to the right, feel confident, look great. And we want to see more of this. A little sad, menswear is not coming. Just kidding. But we wish you the best. We appreciate you making the time to join us. Where should people go to find you, follow you on the interwebs, and also get in on onewith should they so need?
Yeah, absolutely. So onewithswim.com is where we sell our swim. And then on socials at onewithswim. That's where I don't have like a personal brand or anything. So just direct your attention to at onewithswim and onewithswim.com.
Let's go.
So,
Let's do that.
Let's go.
Thank you, Hayley. We appreciate you making the time. Look forward to having you back. Thank you.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Really
She's
really
great.
interesting. Basically the training of going through bridal to then have
Oh, yeah.
really incredible customer service experience dealing with these really emotional type of purchases. Because bridal, I mean, that is like the next level of an emotional purchase. Like
It is.
you better nail that experience perfectly, or else someone's going to be upset.
Yeah, a very important person is
Yeah,
going to be upset.
The most important person is going to be upset. Yeah,
It's interesting. It's interesting how you know, in life there are no accidents. You know, everything happens for a reason. And I do find like her background with bridal being so informative and helpful for what she's doing.
yeah.
She's doing here and now. And it's crazy, of all the things that are happening on the internet, how does one, you know, make a better bikini? I don't know how many like swimwear companies I've seen, and nobody had done this. Nobody had done this. Like, you know, why not us? Why not now?
Yeah.
You know, it didn't work out for the U.S. men's national team this year, but why not us? Why not now? Why not just do the thing and take it seriously and make your way on the internet? This is an incredible story, and now it's partnered up with two sharks, doing it even bigger and better.
Let's go. Let's go.
Big congrats to Hayley
Huge
Cannon
congrats. Yeah.
at onewith. Moving forward here, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk of the one and only Rocked AfterSell. Most D2C brands, they are fixated on the next net new customer, as they should be. But the real lever is making more money from the orders you are already getting. If you're getting 5,000 orders a month, and if you could add $3 to $4 to each one of those without touching your ads, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it would. That's what brands like Olakai, Cozy Earth, Groove Life are doing with Rocked AfterSell, adding post-purchase upsells and downsells from the cart through the thank you page, and then even just stacking an extra 30 to 50 cents per order by showing offers from Disney Plus, HelloFresh, Venmo, exactly what Hayley was just detailing to us here. It's high margin revenue straight to your bottom line, no hit to conversion, no impact on LTV, and you can be live within minutes. It is a no-brainer. And it does feel like free money. Go to aftersell.com/offers. Get rolling with AfterSell today. Many thanks for them being part of this show. Oh, also, let's talk about Rich Panel. Let's talk about Rich Panel. Your CX team is buried in repeat tickets that are costing you money. Refunds, order tracking, subscription cancellations. Rich Panel is the AI help desk that fixes this massive headache. Automates 70 to 80% of your interactions. You're only responsible for the exceptions. Your team of Rich Panel AI agents has got you on the rest end to end. If you're paying humans $2 to $10 per ticket, you need to see what 30 cents feels like. Ridge did this, cut their cost per ticket by 70%, save $500,000 over the course of a year. Migration takes less than 2 weeks, and your CSAT score is going up. 50% autonomous resolution in 30 days, guaranteed, or your money back. Go to richpanel.com, book your demo today. Many thanks for Rich Panel being part of this show. Now, a little read and react here, unless you have breaking news. Sometimes you do come out of these with breaking news, and you're smiling. I don't know if you got something or not. Are you sure? You don't need me to hit the, you don't, oh, did my, I don't know what happened. What happened to my thing here? Are my guys gone? Do I not have any? I don't have any of my things anymore. I don't know what happened. I'm a little sad. Producer Jack.
They were cool.
I think she turned me off. I think Producer Jack turned me off. I think that's what happened. But anyway, we move forward. AfterSell has released a 2026 revenue report that I think we need to take a look at. The revenue leak report.
Ooh, that's fun.
Specifically, I know. I love the animation.
That.
The animation at the top is goated. And the interesting thing is that everything that's here, you can connect your Claude to and say like, hey, take all this info and analyze my store with, which is kind of crazy.
This is like what I've been telling everybody to do this for all the reports. It's just like, do this and just dump it in.
And that's what they have done here. Scroll down with us, Producer Jack. I'd love to just like roll through this and take away some of their insights. Also, Producer Jack, you can sign in here, give them your email and get more charts. I don't know if you've already done this, but if you haven't, please show the internet my personal information and sign in here. That's a joke. That's a joke. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Not there. Not there. It's further down in the page. But a few highlights here. E-commerce teams spend most of their time trying to get customers to convert. Here, everything that they are basing this off of is 17 million sessions analyzed, 50,000 plus Shopify brands. And this is kind of crazy to me because they teased this several times through the report. A 4x performance swing on the same offer. But think about that. The same offer, like put in a different place shown at a different time, and you get a 4x swing in performance. Like, that's kind of crazy, is it not?
That's bananas. Yeah, that's huge.
Keep scrolling down here, Producer Jack. Chapter 1 here at the checkout. Point number 1, difference between 3% and 12% conversion is not the offer. Okay, details. Same type of offer can perform 4 times better or worse without any change in product pricing or audience. Different comes down to how the decision is presented to the customer. Checkout performance is not primarily driven by what you offer. It's driven by how easy you make it for the customer to say yes. I think this is kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. I'd love to connect my Claude and say, like, evaluate the store I've been working on to show me how much easier it is. And point 2 here, I would have thought the exact opposite here. Mobile versus desktop, almost no impact. Would you have thought that?
I have always been coded to think that they are completely different for conversion rate. So this is pretty bananas. I guess there's no impact whatsoever. You just have to rock and roll on both of them.
Yeah, apparently the same offer inside of the checkout here. So it's showing a checkout exclusive on mobile versus desktop. 13 million sessions on the mobile, 3.4 million sessions on the desktop. The conversion here on the offer, almost the same, 0.62 on mobile, 0.75 on desktop. To me, that means, like, just show them on both. Like, just just put them everywhere all the time. Going to convert about just as much, maybe a little more on desktop, but not in a significant enough way to not add me more dollars at the end of the day. Okay, keep scrolling down here, Producer Jack. I love this point that's bringing up. Keep going down. Connect your LLM. I think that's the big point here, is that you can just say, like, hey, take these insights, connect it to the LLM and see what happens. Where you place the offer changes everything. Keep going down here, Producer Jack. Okay, so key takeaways. Default checkout placement. AfterSell standard upsell placement embedded on checkout pages converts less frequently, but customers who do accept an offer spend significantly more. Highest average order value at $43. So that's $43 more total rev per 1,000 impressions. Okay, single relevant offer outperforms a menu of options. This is like something to think about, because
I totally agree with this.
A lot of times when it comes to these deals, like, you want to show them, like, maybe you want this, maybe you want that, but sometimes too many choices ends up taken away from you. You've seen this?
I am convinced, and I will draw the line in the sand here, that the reason Gruns was able to scale so aggressively is because they had one offer, they ran it super aggressively, and they put it everywhere, and it was get 46% off your first purchase.
Yeah.
And they hammered that home. And it was like, you want 46% off your first purchase? Let's do it. That's the only thing they're running. And now that scaled them up, and that got them so much user data, that got them so many phone numbers, emails, all the above, so many new customers. Single offer. People don't have time to kind of evaluate all these little, like, oh, let me do the math on this one and that one and this one. Single offer, bulletproof.
And you can test offering other things simply by doing, new ads, new landing page, like new offer. Like, you can isolate an offer on a particular landing page. You want to test something else, but there's a lot of credence to, like, just give them the thing. What is it that you want them to do? 1 point, hammer it home, make it easy, make it dummy proof, make it a caveman grunt type situation. What is 100%. This website? What do they want me to do? How do I do it? The AfterSell data here, single offer placements have a 53% higher conversion rate. Fewer choices, faster, yes. The flip side here is click on option 2. Click on option 2, Producer Jack. Multi-offer placements have a 58% higher AOV, though. Kind of interesting. but they're converting more if you give them a single thing. I think I would default to just giving them a single thing.
I would convert to the single thing and then upsell on the tail end of the single thing to SKUs that support the main guy.
Yeah.
That's how I'd run the playbook in 2026.
A lot to cover here. Very interesting. Further on down, they talk about. Well, actually, this was all just chapter 1. Chapter 2 is post-purchase. Wow, I thought that was all 4 chapters.
This thing is thick.
Gosh, I thought that was all 4 chapters. No, that was just chapter 1. Wow,
we're still in chapter 1.
The deeper it goes, I'm continuing to scroll here.
Oh, look
kind of fascinating.
Wow. Yeah, this is a crazy amount of data too. This gets me fired up.
It's a crazy amount of data and sessions, discount depth versus acceptance rate, secret tactic. Kind of fascinating. Oh, they got Moon Brew. Oh, they're featuring Moon Brew here in this one. Methinks that everybody should just go get it, connect your LLM to it, and then say, take all of these insights and apply it to me and give me a full report. What should I be doing, where, and when? Fair, Colin Doherty?
100%. Yeah. Throw it into 2 LLMs too. Throw it into Claude, throw it into ChatGPT, see what both of them say. ChatGPT, new model. So throw it into that new model.
I've heard that there's like some ChatGPT voice thing that is happening.
That's what I'm using right now.
Is that happening right now?
Yeah,
You're
it's
using
happening right now.
ChatGPT voice right now?
For the show. Yeah.
No, you aren't.
This isn't my real voice, dude. This is pre-recorded.
I don't believe that. Moving forward to our next read and react, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about Seguno and Intelligems. Ladies and gentlemen, Seguno is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify. What's that mean, Chris? It means your emails, your pop-ups, your banners, your reviews, it's all there. We already work and play every day, and it means you don't have to cede your trust to big email and their over-attributed data with Seguno. Your Shopify data is your email data. This is the reason why they're email 3.0. It's a big reason why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year, okay? One-click automations, actual humans that can help you build for lean teams with big aspirations. Go and get the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook at the URL scrolling across the screen. Talk with Seguno. They'll give you a free trial of their platform. Tell them Colin I sent you. They'll extend that free trial to 30 days. Many thanks for Seguno being part of the show. Intelligems, what is the next big idea that you have that could change your business? Is it a price change? Is it adding subscriptions, maybe a new bundle or app strategy? Discovering and testing those high growth opportunities is exactly why Intelligems exists, okay? AI-powered testing platform helps you find the changes worth making. If you're looking for your next big ideas, they have you covered. Go to intelligems.io/audit. In just a few minutes, you're going to get 3 ideas that you can test today, right here, right now. AI-powered audit, completely free. Go to intelligems.io/audit. Many thanks for Intelligems being part of the show. Now, Shopify has a new partner earning model. Did you see this? Did you know about this? I was not aware until I saw this tweet from Atlee Clark yesterday, and she put this out. Had this to say. We'll bring up the article here and read. But partners, you will now share directly in the growth of the merchants you launch on Shopify. Same side of the table. When merchants grow, you grow. Does that sound enticing? As a service partner, does that sound enticing? Yeah, it does. It does to me. A few more details here. Go to the article. A new partner earning model built for shared growth. And specifically, they touch on subscription here, which I think you have been quite bullish on and have remarked on quite often, Colin Doherty. Partners are how merchants win on Shopify. You're the ones bringing stores to life and helping merchants scale with confidence. Starting August 10th, we're introducing a new partner earning model that's simpler, more transparent, more closely aligned to the values you create. It's part of the broader commitment we made earlier this year to reinvest in the partner ecosystem. For the first time, partners will share directly in the growth of the merchants you bring to Shopify, earning from both subscription revenue and the sales those merchants generate on Shopify. Every partner will earn the same rates on every plan, whether the deal is partner-led or sales-assisted. When merchants grow, you grow with them. Same side of the table. Details here. 2 components apply to every merchant you bring to Shopify going forward, whether the deal is partner-led or sales-assisted. 20% revenue share on the subscription fee across all plans for 4 years, 0.1% of eligible online gross merchandise volume on all plans for 4 years, plus you earn a $2,500 one-time payout when you refer an existing Shopify merchant who upgrades to Plus. And there's a point of sale. I mean, there's like stack on stack here. Point of sale payments profit share extended from 2 to 4 years. B2B payments profit share, earn 20% of B2B payments profit share for 4 years. Shop Pay off Shopify earns 0.1% of gross payment volume through Shop Pay for 1 year. Okay, now you are a partnerships guy. You come from the partnerships world, have spent a lot of time there when you have not been growing your own brand and selling your own. Well, I don't know how much I can say about that, but anyway, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on the partnership model here. Do you see this as juicy? Is this enticing to bring people over to Shopify agencies, helping people migrate, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, this is bananas. If you scroll up and you look at the 20% of Shopify subscription back to the partner that's scaling, I mean, that's bananas. Imagine just paint the picture here. You're the person that's actually putting Gruns onto the market, and you get 20% of that subscription. Are you kidding me? Like your life's going to change entirely. So
20% of the subscription fee. Subscription fee.
Correct. Yes, but it's not the full subscription price, obviously. That'd be sick too. But that's really bananas. Like really, really bananas, where you are being rewarded for working with incredible brands and making those brands super incredible heritage brands that will, live the test of time, because the longer those brands live on and grow and scale and become amazing things, the more money that you get at the end of the day as that brand partner that scaled them up. So this is really advantageous. Charlie Munger has a great quote where it's basically, show me the incentives and I'll show you the outcome. It's a great example of that. This is a great example of that.
I think it's also insightful. It is enlightening. Like Shopify sees the future. What's the future of Ecomm? It's predictable LTV. It's predictable revenue. It's subscription. Okay. and incentivizing. Hey, like you're going to bring people over Shopify. They're going to run a subscription. We're going to give you 20% of the fee for the first 4 years. To me, it's there are sometimes like referrals and offers, etc. It can just get so convoluted, even though you're trying to help one another win. If I don't understand it, if it's going to take a long time for it to pay out, just like making it clear, I think it helps everybody win. It helps make it clear, like, hey, you see how we're playing together. And I'm it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. The subscription fee, 0.1% of eligible online gross merchandise volume on all plans for 4 years. You get the one-time payout, and then you got the like secondary and tertiary things. 20% of B2B payments profit share for 4 years. I mean, that's like all those things add up, and you realize like one relationship can end up being pretty significant. I would be if I were running an agency right now, which I don't think I want to do. But if I were running an agency right now, and we were moving people over to Shopify, I think I would be I'd be licking my lips and very excited about the future, in addition to serving people well.
Well, you can see exactly where Shopify wants to grow. They're signaling that directly in these points here. So you can clearly see that the two main points that they want to grow very aggressively are B2B payments, because they're offering 20% on that, and then subscriptions. They're offering 20% on that. Those are two juicy, huge pieces. I would say the two biggest pieces. So Shopify internally, if you're thinking through all of this, that is where they are seeing the kind of the puck moving. They're seeing that's where they want to grow as a business. And those are two pretty sizable bets right there.
And the community at large, very excited about this. Tom W. Brown, who, he does all kinds. He's over there in the UK, isn't he? He's over there in the UK. Yeah, he's a Euro maxer. He says he's responding to a post from Harley. We can bring up this post from Harley, producer Jack. Tom is responding to this post from Harley saying, "Dang, thank you, sir." But yeah, this post from Harley on top of this confirming all these words. Shopify works because partners help merchants launch and grow. Our incentives should reflect that. With this update, partners can earn on the subscription and on the sales their merchants generate. When merchants grow, partners grow. And I'll just say this point again, like, I don't see this from any other. I don't see this. I don't see like public announcements, like Winsome content, like elucidating, like what the part. I don't see this kind of content out there. It's always like partnerships is always kind of like it's like an interior thing. You gotta like if you know, you know, and then you gotta like jump through some hoops to like understand like, okay, what are the incentives? Like this is a great example of how to do this inside of our community to motivate the troops. Motivate the troops and all the partners out there to get with it and work with us more. I think this is a good move on them.
Yeah, I also want to throw out too, they quietly shipped the fact that they compressed the checkout a little bit smaller. So it was like, call it yay big.
That's
the
true.
Final checkout page. They made it just a little bit smaller. Folks, that means a lot because you want less people to be scrolling less to get out and get that checkout conversion. That's huge. And they just like quietly threw that out there and just shipped that. That's massive. I mean, that alone is going to be a sizable GMV impact just in a small little feature they shipped out.
Jack, I just sent this to you. Could you bring this up? Because I think this is a good point. You know, a checkout's a funny thing. You know, you're always a little nervous if the checkout is changing, but this to me looks like a win, especially because one does not have to scroll.
There we go.
Yeah, this is
Look
it
at that.
here. This is a principle. It's definitely a principle with email. You want everything above the fold as much as possible. You want above the fold, your CTA above the fold, what you want people to do above the fold. You don't want to have to make them scroll. And it is a big difference, kind of compressing all of that information there. You still got the ship and the pickup options, but you've compressed it all. To me, that looks like it fits on one phone. I mean, it fits on one phone length of size.
Screen. Yeah.
I don't have to scroll to press the button. That's the move.
It's huge.
Mobile. Yeah.
That's huge.
A quiet shipment. And Shopify continues to do it. Moving forward to our lightning round, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about universal ads. If your growth is plateauing on search and social channels, it's time to rethink TV. Universal ads makes it simple for D2C brands to run TV campaigns designed for performance without the usual mystery of getting involved with television. You get access to both premium streaming and linear inventory, okay, all in the same place. And you're reaching net new targeted audiences outside of the same crowded social feeds where we're spending our ad dollars today. There's no hidden markups or fees. 100% of your dollars goes to the media itself. It's been a big problem with CTV in the past, not so with universal ads. And a campaign setup and management feels just like search and social. Be up and running in minutes. It's TV that's designed for and delivers for performance marketers. Go to universalads.com. Use the code UA Cowboy. You get $1,500 in matched ad credits. TV is back. Many thanks for Universal Ads being part of the show. Now, a little lightning round action here. I feel like my sound effects went away. I'm really not happy about that.
Gone.
It does happen. First up, the one and only Dennis Hegstead had this to say: Nike's World Cup jersey is still sold out. Sad. Still sold out. And more info on the backside of this. Nike underperformed they underperformed for the 10th straight quarter in Q4 2026.
Wow.
But Dennis had this to say: I wonder how much revenue Nike has missed out on by having sold out of every Norway World Cup jersey for the last 2+ weeks. Still sold out. They're not even collecting emails on the product pages. It hurts. It hurts. It's a missed opportunity.
This is like e-commerce 101. Am I silly to say that?
Well, I mean, forecasting is hard. It's like forecasting is hard.
But like not even collecting email data or like any type of like, this is just like basic 101. Hey, you should be doing these things. This is like a crazy miss from them.
I know. This is the 10th straight decline in fiscal Q4 2026. That's what the headline said there, producer Jack.
Yeah.
Scroll up, see the headline. Yeah, 10th straight quarter. 10th straight quarter for decline in digital sales. What I will say, something we remarked on, there's a lot of numbers here that we could get into. What I will say on speaking of the World Cup specifically, where they did win on was their Rip the Script. You remember that ad
Totally.
that we
Crushed.
reviewed, which was like, who knows how much money they paid to make that ad. It was incredible. Details here from the article I'm reading. I'm down at the bottom here. World Cup impact on Nike sales. Producer Jack. By the time the 2026 FIFA World Cup had begun, by the time it began, Nike had sold 2.5x the number of kits compared to the same period in the 2022 tournament. Hill said he did not specify the number of kits. Prior to the tournament, okay, a little motivator here, Nike had released a short film called Rip the Script. It branched off into individual athlete stories, collaborator collections, innovation unveils, retail experiences, and local tournaments, Hill said. By the first week of the World Cup, the film and its various stories had 1.5 billion views, Hill said. So they won on that creative. Incredible ad. Probably it being here in North America, across Canada, United States, and Mexico probably had something to do with like selling more kits too. I'm just guessing. Don't know. But that ad for sure had an impact. 1.5 billion views, but a little too successful in that they sold out and they weren't able to make any more. They should have called Kaya. Should have called Kaya Rhodes and Anatar. That's what they should have done.
Look at that chart, dude. That's crazy painful.
Chart hurts. So pour one out for our friends over at Nike. We wish them well. And we wish them a speedy return to prominence.
Golly.
Next story here. Fiat opens U.S. orders for the Topolino EV, which Eric Bandholz was commenting on. Okay, so the Fiat here, did you know that this? I have known that the car maker exists.
Yeah.
But I did not know that they created this entity. Producer Jack, click in on the original post here. Click in on the original post here because it gives us some great details. Fiat has officially opened orders in the U.S. for its Topolino EV. Starting price $14K. Scroll down here, Producer Jack, so the good people can see the images here and give us some of these images. I'm gonna give you some details. Cool. Range is 46 miles. Looks like a glorified golf cart. Range is 46 miles. It's got a battery. Top speed's 25 miles per hour. 8 horsepower. Weighs 1,000 pounds. Takes 4 hours to recharge. It's got a phone holder. It's got a USB-C charge port. Delivery start in the coming months. Won't be street legal initially, but a conversion kit is coming later this year that will classify it as a low-speed vehicle and allow it to be driven on public roads. Eric Bandholz said neighborhood golf carts and beach town golf carts had a good run. This is going to be everywhere in those places. Maybe I'm a little too cheap. I still don't want to shell out. I don't want to shell out more than $10,000 for a great golf cart. Is that is that too much?
No, because you can get golf carts for like, $1,500 to maybe $5,000, and they're like nice, really cool golf carts. You can get them like more expensive. You can get like a $14,000 golf cart, something crazy, or like an $11,000 golf cart or something crazy like that. These are really cool. I think I just don't know exactly who they're for. Like, who is this for?
I don't know. Who is it for? I guess it's
for
it's like bougie beach dwellers, basically.
Yeah, but like also then you're also not going fast at all because you can only go 25 miles an hour.
Well,
I'd rather buy like.
Do people go fast on the beach? I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I'd rather buy a dune buggy or like is it Polaris? And
Polaris, yeah, Gator.
Yeah, Polaris.
Like an outdoor rec vehicle of sorts.
Yeah, I'd rather get that. I just
it looks cool.
It looks cool. There's just not enough oomph to it. There's not enough like what you're delivering on this thing for me. I don't know.
I think the big missing here is only 2 seats.
So lame.
That's the big missing. There's only 2 seats.
You just crushed out all the families. Like, and I can get a 4-person golf cart easily, or a 6-person golf cart easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I am looking at a tricked out golf cart that is new. Can seat 6 people. That is available here in my area. There's actually like a golf cart maker around here.
Yeah.
And the tricked out seats 6 people. There's 2 options, 12,000 and 14,000.
Dude, I'm looking at the same thing. I'm on Charlotte Golf Carts right now. There's one with a bed, a truck bed. There's a seat 6, 17,000. There's a truck bed one for 18. I just don't know. I think I just don't know who this is for. And there's already other golf carts that are EVs out there. So it's not like this is special because it's an EV. Like, if you want to get an EV golf cart, you can.
Yeah, do you have any sound? Is there any sound available? We're not gonna take it down for that one, but I do love that song. It does look awesome. It looks cool. It looks like I'm on Italian vacation. I mean, it looks like I'm going, I'm traveling to a Cinque Terre or something like that. Is what it looks like.
I can get a used pre-owned golf cart that'll probably fit. It'll fit at least 5 people. 2020, pre-owned with warranty, in stock right now for $7,000.
Yeah, that would be a better deal for me.
It's like, what am I doing here?
I definitely would need to seat 6. I can't do the 2.
The 2 is a nightmare.
If I do the 2, it's gonna be like me and the dog, like driving around. It's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with 2
after a rough day.
Yeah, it's gonna be me and the dog driving around after a rough day. Yeah, I think the 2 is a mistake. The 2 is huge. Mistake. They need more seats, but maybe they would say in Europe, that's all that's necessary. Moving forward here, new ad format just dropped. Sarah Levinger put this out yesterday, and I find this very interesting. I think she's just talking like content wise, but I think this would be interesting as an ad. So she denotes here, and I'd love to play this for us, producer Jack, while I read this, so everybody can get the sense. You can see this is a humans versus AI format. Okay. Sarah says, somebody test this. Saw this human versus AI post on TikTok the other day, and OMG, I have so many brands I want to test this with. 1.9 million views, 2,500 comments, 85,000 bookmarks, 33,000 shares. Who wants to try this and report back to me? Essentially, they're taking an AI video that we have seen everywhere, the AI slopification of social media. And looks like a great product that somebody's doing DIY at home. And then they're putting side by side. Here's us actually doing it. Here's what it looks like. Is it possible? What's the final product? Your thoughts on this, Colin Doherty?
I'm thinking that AI video looks extremely human. That's what I'm really thinking is these video models are getting strikingly close to human. I mean, there's not a lot of differences between those 2 videos, in my opinion.
No, there's not. Yeah, there's not a lot of difference. I mean, it looks very real, but it's totally AI. I mean, I've seen these videos everywhere. It's like, we're making like a new pool in our backyard, And it looks like too good to be true because it is, it's like we built our own house over 3 months, and here's our new, family land space. And it's totally AI fine. But I think that this would be interesting to do as an ad format if you have like a relevant product, and you could just make the AI video yourself. Like, it doesn't even have to already exist.
The organic template is actually correct here, the verses, because it pulls people to the later stage of the video because they want to see the versus product. I used to run this exact organic campaign at Campskins where I would do my camera versus my iPhone and then show the photos of both of those. And you could basically like rate the output. And it'd be funny because people get really into it, and they get into it in the comments and they start to argue with each other. and they'll be like, oh, like, yeah, you're so close, or not even close whatsoever, obviously. And so now you get all of this engagement farming from just pure controversy of like basically doing the verses and having that competition live.
Little rage bait. Keep people invested. I think the point of keeping people invested and cutting back and forth like that, like waiting for the payoff, delaying the payoff, I think is totally right. And it gets people active in the comments, have some share, they watch the whole thing. That spurs the algo because, people you're having a great complete percentage in terms of people watching the full video. I think there's a lot here. I think it'd be interesting for people to test and bring back to us. Lastly, inside of our lightning round, you marked this one. I don't know who this person is. Apparently, there's someone who hard launched a relationship alongside their brand. Who is this, Colin Doherty?
You don't know who this is?
No.
Glenn Powell, baby.
Is this Glenn Powell?
Yeah, it's Glenn Powell with his brand.
Who is his significant other here?
Don't know. Good for her, but he launched. He hard launched when he was doing his brand launch, and he's the man. I mean, he's just crushing in 2026, launching brands, doing movies. I mean, he just looks really cool here. I'd want to grab some chips from him. He just seems like a cool guy to hang out with, and I think that's a part of the brand allure where it's just like, hey, I want to hang out with this guy. It seems really fun.
His significant other is Michelle Randolph, who is talking to the social media platform on Tuesday. The Anyone But You star shared a steamy snap of him kissing the actress. I don't know who Michelle Randolph is, but I think this is a unique way to position his brand. Probably smart. Because
basically what's going to happen with this is if this is the brand campaign, who immediately picks this up? All publication outlets, all TMZ.
Page6.com just did. I'm looking at it right here.
Exactly. They grab all of it, and guess what's in all of these photos? His new brand.
Yeah, his new brand, his new lady, and his new brand.
It's a big brain play. I really appreciate this, and also Glenn Powell's just the man, in my opinion.
What is the brand? Smash Kitchen? Is that what it's called?
It's like potato chips or something.
Smash Kitchen. Yeah, co-founded by Glenn Powell. Looks like they make sauce. Yeah, they make all kinds of things. Yeah, and they make chips.
Nice.
Now, what's unique? Is there something unique about the chips? They look organic.
Look how cool he looks, dude. It's like, yeah, I want to.
Bro, you keep commenting on him, but bro, he looks like you. I feel I feel like you're fishing a little bit here, and I'm happy to gas you up. He looks like you, bro. He looks like you at the lake in North Carolina. I think
I wish I was that cool. I'm not even close.
It looks like organic stuff.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe they're like indexing on like coconut oil and olive oil and avocado oil. Looks like they are. I thought there might be a little more there, but maybe it's just him like with the stuff. Maybe that's what it is. Which
there you go.
That works.
Sometimes that just works.
Smart PR. Smart PR.
Yeah.
This was a really smart PR move by him to debut the girlfriend that's going to get picked up by everybody, TMZ.
Exactly.
And then here's Smash Kitchen alongside.
Exactly. All the magazine outlets, they're picking this up. It's like free PR for him. Like he didn't even pay for all those magazine outlet publications.
Who knew that Glenn Powell is a performance marketer? Who knew?
Let's go.
It's not just Timmy Chalamet. Glenn Powell, baby, resides in Austin, Texas, by the way.
It's true.
Good on him, which makes me like him even more. Heading forward, ladies and gentlemen, to closing time before the one and only Brett Curry comes to us. Let us talk about Proxima AI. Your buyer data already knows what ad you need to make next. You just can't read it yet. Most brands brief from instinct, best performing ad, change a little bit, pass it off to the creative team. Problem's not effort. It's that you're not getting signal from the actual buyer. Proxima changes this, okay? Read your conversions against real shoppers across 2,000 plus e-commerce brands. Shows you exactly who's buying what else they respond to, and where your account has gaps. You just wire up Meta, wire up Shopify. Proxima is going to map every conversion back to a real buyer segment inside the commerce graph. What they buy across the web, what they respond to, who you're not reaching will become available to you immediately. And you're not going to be briefing from a blank page anymore. Proxima is going to give you a feed of creative briefs, all backed in the commerce graph. Stop the slop. Go to Proxima.ai. First 3 briefs every single month are free. Use the data that your competitors do not have. Go work with Proxima. Tell them we sent you. Many thanks for Proxima being part of the show. Little closing time. Have you seen these actual Pringle hot dog buns? Have you seen them?
No.
We covered this a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I would like to actually show you the buns here.
Whoa.
Okay, zoom in on these things, Producer Jack. Look at those buns.
Look at the size of those things.
Look at the size of those hot dog buns. Those are huge, man.
Jeez. I really want them.
You're buying one bun, a single bun.
What are the
which I would totally do. I would be happy to get
what are these?
3 of these, 6 of these, bring them home, pass them out to the fam. The flavors here, what are the flavors? Honey mustard,
no,
sour cream and onion,
that's my guy,
and barbecue.
That's my sour cream and onion is my guy. I'm going for that all day.
I think I would go all 3. I'm actually intrigued by the honey mustard. I really am. I'm intrigued by the honey mustard.
Yeah,
but these are like big boy hot dogs. I can't tell if is that like like putting 2 hot dogs in there, or is this like a Costco hot dog like type deal? Like
that's one dog.
It's a big bun. It's a big bun.
Big bun. You can put a brat in there.
You could probably put a brat in there. I think it's smart. I mean, how often am I going to buy these? Probably not very often. Am I going to buy them once? Probably. Why not force me to buy 6? Like, if I'm going to go in and do it, like, I'm going to buy one. I'm going to buy one for the family and say, hey, which one you want, and maybe buy 6, cut them all in half. Everybody gets to try some. I think that this is smart of them. Don't sell me packs, sell me individuals and make me buy all 6.
I think it's also a cool little party trick if you're having guests over and you want to kind of have something fun where it's like pick your path forward, pick your destiny, and then you can choose which one of these guys you want. And it's kind of like a fun, interesting thing that you can offer your guests too.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Secondly, here in the realm of CPG, Misfits. Have you had a Misfits before?
I want to so badly.
Man, they're really good. They're really good. I got mine at Costco. They are rolling out a new form of Misfits, apparently incredibly indulgent. This post from CPG Wire says Misfits just launched its most indulgent range to date, and the brand's first product made with whey and collagen protein. Misfits Stuffed delivers the texture of a candy bar along with 17 grams of protein, 170 calories, and no added sugar. 3 flavors are available. Salted caramel, peanut butter, chocolate frosting. Misfits Stuffed is available on their website and Amazon. What I like about this and what I have noticed is that the protein bars that I want, I just want them to be like a substitute candy bar that I can feel better about. I really just want to eat chocolate. That's what I want. I want to eat chocolate, sweets, and make me feel good while I do it instead of make me feel bad.
Yeah, I think the Misfits team saw the success of the Built Puff Bar that is like just crushing right now. And they were like, let's build something around that is similar texture. And basically, this is exactly what that is.
You think that's what that is?
With the same exact macros, too. The same exact 1-to-1 macros for like 17 to 170. Really, really smart of them. They're going to grab some serious market share with this. I would imagine all of these flavors slap. I think that chocolate frosting is probably going to be the most ridiculous.
Producer Jack, I'm sending you a link right now that I want you to pull up because it looks that's a great point that you make about the macros being similar to the Built Puff Bar.
Built Puff specifically.
And an interesting like texture. It's like different,
like a marshmallow.
Yeah, it's like a marshmallow, which was like surprising to me. They even have like sour versions of it, which I've never had. But very unique. Okay, but look at this. Look at the inside of this. It's got this like creamy. Like, you see this? This looks slightly different to me. It's like similar
Little
macros
different.
as the built puff, but different different-ish kind of inside. It looks like I got peanut butter or some kind of nougat inside of there. And same with the chocolate. You scroll down, like you can see the chocolate. This is like an interesting kind of format here.
Yeah. Great site too.
I wonder if that whatever kind of cookie-ish center, I wonder if that is like that built puff kind of texture, and then they've got like some kind of peanut butter thing in the middle.
Definitely. That's exactly how they're trying to shape this. That's a great point. It's good on them.
Good on them. Smart. I am more bullish than ever on the permissible. What was the phrase that Nate from Barrel VC brought to us? Permissible
sweet treat.
It's permissible delights or permissible. I can't remember, but I'm more bullish than ever on this. Really, we just want a sweet treat. That's what we want.
Totally.
And we want to feel good about it. And so, like, how do you market a protein bar? You just market it like a candy bar. And then also you get some protein with it. Totally. Last story in our closing time, Meta is facing 1.4 trillion in penalties.
Oh gosh.
Does this shock you? 1.4 trillion in penalties.
Crazy.
Like that's like more that's like more than the company's worth.
It's more than the company's worth. They won't have to pay all this. They'll figure it out. They have extremely incredible lawyers. They have probably the best lawyers on the entire planet. They won't pay all of this. They'll probably have to settle for some of this, is my guess. But not great to be in the news for teen mental health case. Not great.
Just this staggering amount that they could be on the hook for is like mind-boggling to me.
What's crazy is they'll probably settle for a couple billion, and that'll be settling. It's like,
I mean, if I was on the verge of having to pay 1.4 trillion, I'd feel great about a couple billion.
Exactly. That's like kind of the point here is like throw 1.4T at them, and they're going to be like, yeah, we'll give you 3 billion. Like, chill out. Yeah, we'll give you 3. Relax.
Is that going to do it? Did you just say like 1.4 T's? I'll give you a few B's. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you think that's going to do it? I just can't imagine. I think the article lays out like really salient points. Like, people do have a real case. Like, Meta is Instagram can be addictive. Producer Jack, can you bring this article up? I'd love to click on this and read some of this because it is potentially landscape changing inside of our business, inside of our industry. Like, imagine that Meta goes away tomorrow. Imagine like they just
never happening.
Like you owe 1.4 trillion. And I would have said, I know it's like, I think the same thing, like that'll never happen. But what I will say is like, I thought the same thing too about the unacquisition of Manus. I thought like, what you're going to give the company back? Like, you're going to like give the funds back? You're going to like send the people back? Like, how do you unwind an acquisition that's already taken place? And it is happening. So I say this to say like crazy things do happen. They do. A few details on this just to give some teeth to this about what could potentially roll forth. This comes to us by way of the New York Post. And here at the top, if 4 of the states suing Meta for allegedly fueling a teen mental health crisis prevail in their case, the company will be on the hook for a whopping 1.4 trillion in penalties. Meta says, a figure the tech giant blasted as outlandish. The Mark Zuckerberg-led company arrived at that gigantic sum, which is nearly as large as the company's entire market cap, based on how the attorneys general of California, Colorado, Kentucky, and New Jersey have argued penalties should be calculated. If they win the case, the two sides are scheduled to face off in Oakland federal court on August 18th. A sanction of that size has no analog in the history of consumer protection enforcement, Meta's attorneys wrote in the late Monday filing, adding that the state's proposals were unubstantiated, and outlandish. A total of 29 states are attached to the lawsuit against Meta, which accuses the company of major violations of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. The legislation bars the collection of data from underage users without parental consent. And then it goes on to describe how people come forward saying, hey, Facebook, Instagram, it's designed to be addictive. Like it wired up my dopamine, my kids' dopamine.
I agree.
Mental health went wrong. Like it's all real. Like it's
all real.
It's not that it isn't real. It's
Yeah.
just like, is Meta going to get 1.4 T's levied on them as a penalty? And methinks not. It would certainly change all of e-commerce.
Yeah, they're gonna get a couple B's thrown at them though. But this is a nice lesson to be learned. Please do not live your entire life inside of Facebook and Instagram because it is not good for you. Go outside, touch the grass, feel the wall, get some sunshine on your face. You know, you got to go out there, and it's dude. It's like my header always says: you're online too much. You've lost context. It's not that deep.
It is. There's real credence to living a little retro, going outside, touching some grass, and putting the phone down. Coming inside of the show right now, we have Brett Curry, CEO, co-founder of OMG Commerce, scaler of YouTube ads and brands to the moon. He's doing some interesting things, hosting a unique gathering taking place very soon alongside Google and YouTube in New York City. Before he comes, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the one and only Northbeam. If you are in your ads manager all day long, you know the problem. Every platform takes credit. Every dashboard tells a different story. Meta says this, TikTok says that. Your Shopify dash says you made this much, you spent that much. Sometimes it's hard to know which ad platform is telling the truth. Northbeam fixes this with their own proprietary data, starting from the actual purchase, rebuilding the customer journey from real orders, real clicks, real verified ad views, and then pushing that measurement back into the ad platforms. So optimization runs on what's actually driving your revenue, not what they assume is driving your revenue. Start measuring what was previously unmeasurable. Do the previously unthinkable. Book your demo today. Go to northbeam.io. Work with them. I even think Matthew Kobach is putting on like a baller event right now in the Hamptons. He is actually, and I think he's still got some room. You should go work with him and go to the Hamptons. Many thanks from Northbeam being part of the show. Now, we must bring Brett Curry inside of the show to tell us what is going down in New York City, who is going to be there, and what are they going to talk about on the YouTubes forever and hereafter. Up and to the right, everybody, welcome inside of the show, Brett Curry.
What's up, man? New York City, it's going down. And I gotta say, fellas, just sitting in the backstage room here, Chris, seeing the cowboy hat, hearing your voice, seeing you, Colin, it brought me so much joy. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be here.
Let's go. All right. Well, man, we appreciate you making the time to join us, Brett. Brother, tell us what is going on in New York City. I mean, anytime YouTube, the name is there, Google is there. I mean, there are not too many aficionados like yourself, Brett, who are just partnered up at the hilt with the biggest platforms inside of our space doing incredible things. What's going down in New York City, brother?
Yeah, so we're really, really grateful, excited about the close partnership that OMG, my team, and I have with Google and YouTube. And so about twice a year, we'll do exclusive events at Google HQs in various cities. So in February, we met up in LA and did a day-long event going deep on how to scale with YouTube ads. We're doing an East Coast version here in just a couple weeks, July 23rd. So in Manhattan, it's a new Google office there. It's off the charts. It's amazing. It overlooks the Hudson. It's beautiful. And really, if you've never been to a Google office, there's so much hype around them, right? There are certain places inside the Google offices you can't even take pictures. I got to say, they live up to the hype. They are very unique, and everything is next level. You get in there and you're just like, I feel like I can be creative here. I feel like I can think a little deeper. Ready to spend some money online, that's
exactly.
And so we're going deep on YouTube, and a lot of people, I think there's just a big there's an appetite right now for how can I scale on YouTube. So people look at the success of Gruns or Jones Road Beauty or Native or Ridge Wallets, and they say, hey, I know YouTube was a big part of their growth. How can I do that? Because it's not as straightforward to me as Meta is, or that sort of thing. And so that's what we do at these events. We break down from a creative, from a measurement, from a campaign standpoint, how do you scale on YouTube? And at this event, Cody Plofker is going to be there. Friend and client, talking YouTube. Bill Rahm from Baseball Lifestyle.
Bill!
Dude is a legend, absolute legend. Ezra Firestone. If you've never heard Ezra Firestone, dude, he's an OG and a longtime friend. And so he'll be there. I'll be speaking, sharing kind of, hey, here's what we're doing right now, scaling on YouTube. And then Jacques Spitzer from Raindrop. And then some execs, some leadership from YouTube as well. So it should be a killer event.
Fantastic.
Could you drop a couple nuggets from us? You don't have to drop the full event on what you're doing, but could you drop a couple nuggets on what you're seeing creative wise?
For sure. So from a creative standpoint, there's really some neat developments going on, right? And I think a lot of this, probably no surprise, but there's a YouTube flavor here. It goes back to creators, right? And how do we leverage creators to grow our brand and get better performance inside our ad platform and things like that? And so there's a few things going on. One, I think it's important to understand how YouTube creators differ from TikTok or Instagram. It's very different, right? If you look at, TikTok creators can go wildly viral, and go viral very quickly. Yeah. But usually those things kind of come and go, right? They're flash in the pan, can be very profitable flash in the pan, but it's usually temporary, right? If you look at some good YouTube influencers and YouTube creators, sometimes their content gets better over time, gets more traffic over time because of the way people consume YouTube. You still have subscribers 100%. And people paying attention, but also stuff shows up in the search results, right? YouTube is still the number 2 search engine. So if you've got a good piece of content that mentions your brand, you could get traffic from that video for 5 years. 5 years, maybe a little bit of an exaggeration. I know some people that is true for them. And so there's this trust with YouTube creators. It's a little bit different. And so what we'll be breaking down, and I'll show you the formula we use. An easy thing to do is to take creators, whether they're TikTok or YouTube or otherwise, and create mashups out of those to run YouTube ads. UGC creator mashups, almost always a top 5 ad for our clients on YouTube.
Wow.
So that's one piece. The other piece is Google is now surfacing for advertisers. Hey, here's all the creators that are talking about your brand on YouTube. And so would you like to run those videos as ads? And so and that's just beginning there. More innovations coming. YouTube's going to be talking about that directly at the event. So
that's incredible, Brett.
Yeah, I love this piece that you're talking about for the long tail of the YouTube video, because I have personally, previously, maybe it was a month ago, I discovered a creator. I found their newest video, and then I was like, I'm obsessed with this creator. I went through all of their videos until they posted a video maybe a year or 2 ago. And so I'm watching all of their videos that have been posted multiple months ago, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago. Right now, today. And so that long tail exposure is absolutely incredible.
Yeah. And this was Ridge Wallet's playbook for a long time, right? They would partner with Fortnite influencers and stuff who were walking through, here's how I do this thing on Fortnite. But in the middle of it was a Ridge Wallet ads. Well, some of those Fortnite videos, and I'm making this up a little bit because I don't know Fortnite very well, so I could be a little bit off base here, but some of those videos could be relevant for multiple years and get traffic for multiple years. And so that's the type of stuff that's possible on YouTube that really isn't possible on other platforms.
I'm trying to get a victory royale on Fortnite, so that's relevant to me.
I've never played Fortnite. I don't even know what that means, Colin. Now I feel really old.
That means you win if you get a victory royale.
Yeah, that's a winner.
Okay. I find this compelling. I find this compelling, Brett, because I feel in general, especially YouTube, it just feels like YouTube is at an arm's length from me as a meta coded performance marketer,
Yeah.
D2C, what. When I think of Meta, I think of Mr. Beast, I think of Logan Paul, and it just seems like, oh, like that would be great, but like, can I reach it? Like, what's going on over there? But this feels so much more relevant and now and necessary to me in the greater context of what is happening inside of e-commerce, where CPMs, cost of advertising, especially over on Meta, going up and up and up. Amazon, its fees going up and up and up. People leaving that platform, and people are looking for ways to spend dollars profitably, and opening up, taking off the hat and thinking a little bit bigger here. And I think you're making a compelling point, especially with the tech pieces we have in place now, that people do need to think about YouTube, especially Google bringing forth its technological capabilities for being able to surface, hey, creators are talking about you here. Have you seen this? Do you know about this? You want to put some ad dollars behind this? I find this compelling.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things where, and I love Meta too. Like Meta is just, one of the greatest ad platforms ever in the history of advertising, but you don't want to be totally dependent upon it, right? And almost all of our big brands are growing on Amazon, but again, you don't want to be totally dependent there. And a trend we're seeing with Amazon is most of the brands that are growing on Amazon is they're growing not because of stuff they're doing on Amazon, but what they're doing off Amazon that's driving traffic to Amazon, and YouTube does that very, very well. And so, the creative piece, which we talked about, super important. The measurement piece, also super important. We just continue to see this, and I'll just share this quick anecdote. In platform reporting, so if you're in Google Ads, looking at how are my YouTube ads performing, the answer is going to be probably terrible. Like there's
probably not too good.
almost no conversion data, right? There is conversion data. I'm exaggerating, but it's not going to look like you want it to look, right?
Yeah.
So we just had this big mattress brand, right? You would all know them if I mentioned the name, but a couple of different campaigns. We believed strongly in both campaigns. One was focused more like bottom of funnel, and it was getting a lot of conversions. ROAS looked good. The other campaign wasn't. It had a lot of like secondary metrics that looked great to us. And we were like, I think this campaign's a winner. It looked bad in platform. And the client was like, should we pause this campaign? Doesn't look very good. And so we shared our perspective. They agreed with it. We kept it on. We got some incrementality reads back recently. So measurement tools that look at what's happening in the business. What impact does this campaign have on the business? And the campaign that was losing was the most incremental. And so just one of those things where, and I say all of that to say, to measure YouTube, you can't just look in platform. You got to look at other things. And so we'll have a whole measurement section at the event in New York. We'll kind of break down what we do, but it's, creative campaign measurement. It's all got to come together for YouTube to win. But when it does, it can be a real winner.
I mean, you just talked about a huge mistake that brands will be making is that in-platform measurement. Do you have kind of just like maybe 1 to 3 other mistakes that brands will make where you see time and time again, it's like, hey, you need to stop making these mistakes on YouTube. Like I keep seeing brands do this.
Yeah. So it's important to look at, like if you're breaking down YouTube and looking at performance by device or performance by ad format, a lot of people look at the TV screen placement and say, this is not working. I must turn it off. But we found that like average watch time, I just lost my camera. Look at that.
We lost his camera, but you still sound
dramatic impact.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Hey, it was it was getting too dull. We were losing people. So let's mix up the camera.
That was such a good transition. I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you did that.
The battery literally died in my Canon camera, so I switched.
That was so seamless. I don't know how you did that.
He's a pro.
I'll pretend that was intentional. Okay.
It was. Keep going.
But people look at like the TV screen placement and they think this isn't working, right? There's like, people aren't clicking. Well, it's because they're on TV and you don't click the TV screen, right? But again, as we measure things like search lift, brand lift, sales lift, TV screens often work very, very well. You have to have the right creative for TV screens, but that's just one of the mistakes. And so the other thing is measurement, of course, but then the biggest thing on the creative side that I see is people try to take ads from TikTok or from Meta directly
Totally.
to YouTube with no editing, no changes, that usually doesn't work, right? So on occasion it does, and I'll actually tell you, I can give you the formula for when it does work. But most of the time it doesn't, right? A lot of times the videos that work on Meta are mostly thumb stop, right? Or scroll stop, and you got text around it that kind of closes the deal. TikTok's a different beast. So usually that doesn't work. But would you like to hear the formula for when it does work?
Please.
Okay.
Please.
So if you have a video that's crushing on TikTok or on Meta, and it's longer than 30 seconds, it has a voiceover. So someone either speaking to the camera or like a voiceover of the ad. If there's a clear product demonstration, usually there is, and if there's a call to action, those ads actually do work pretty well. Like taking them directly from Meta or TikTok over to YouTube, they can work. But it needs, like if it's just music and animation or just music and someone trying on a product, like that doesn't do it. So you've got to have, and it needs to be longer than 30 seconds. If we're measuring any kind of performance, lift, click-based performance, any of that, it needs to be longer than 30 seconds.
Brett, tell me this, like, to me, I find this awesome. I find it, of course, it's new for me. YouTube is largely unexplored territory for me in terms of advertising. It's I've done a fair bit of work on the organic side there. YouTube advertising, fairly new for me. So tell me this, like, I mean, you got this great roster. You got Bill's going to be there from Baseball Lifestyle. They are a monster. They are a monster.
Their growth is unreal. It's just unreal.
It's somewhat unprecedented in a great category that I love. You got Ezra Firestone. You got Cody from Jones Road, or formerly of Jones Road, going to be there. Like, how do people get in here? Like, what, where do we go? So what do we do?
Yeah, great question. It is free. It's for brands only. I've got plenty of agency friends, love my agency friends. It's just for brands. Unfortunately, I don't have a good URL that's easy to key in, but it's just so terrible. It's like, anyway, but if you
DM Brett, Google, everyone DM Brett.
Send me, text me, and I don't know. If you just search for OMG Commerce NYC event, like it's the first thing that pops up, but it's called Scale with YouTube Ads Live in New York City. You can find the lander. You do have to apply because one, Google actually looks at all the applications. They fill out their security thing. They approve brands. Like, so it's, so not everybody can get in. And guys, we're dangerously close to being at wait list capacity. Dang. So we got like it'll hold 160 brands. And I think we might be like just shy of that.
Wow.
But stuff opens up. So go ahead and fill that out. If you're a friend of Ecomm, Cowboy, and the crew, like I'll try to get you in, type of thing. But so just Google OMG Commerce NYC event, it'll pop up. But Scale with YouTube Ads Live in New York City, July 23rd, baby, it's coming up. Coming up 23rd.
Quick. Yeah, that's coming up quick. So we're like, I try not to do public math, but we're like, 2 weeks. We're like 2 weeks away. Yep. Yeah, we're about 2 weeks away. People need to go Google it, find it, apply. I think if you put in on the form, Brett, you're incredibly intelligent, and I think you're handsome. And I watched you on Ecomm Cowboy.
I'll kick somebody else out. I'll just I'll be like, there we go. We got to free up a spot for this person.
Cody's gone. Cody's gone. We'll kick Cody out.
Cody was going to speak. He's not. He's going to have to phone in.
That's the route to get in. Brett, we love you, brother. We appreciate you making the time to join us, and man, we look forward to having you back. We're gonna be tuning in as much as we can, watching. We'd love to recap after things are over. Come back and tell us.
Let's do it.
Thank you, bro.
I love it. All right, fellas. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Incredible.
Let's go.
It's an exciting event to be on the inside of Google's like office at the overlooking the Hudson and in New York City. That's super exciting.
It's so nice. It is like one of the nicest office buildings, and you get to look over the Hudson, and Google's gonna have some great snacks for you, some great drinks for you. They're gonna swag you out. I love it.
And maybe you can just try and trade those snacks for like, hey, do you have like, an unclaimed like YouTube medal around here, for like 100,000 subscribers? Like, could I just, is there one around that maybe I could just have? You got any storage closet, Worth a try. Worth a try. Go apply. Talk with Brett. As we close out today's show, we have our moment of Zen, and we will give you the last words here, Colin Doherty. Moment of Zen. X Business tweeted this today. A little mysterious, but exciting nonetheless. The most requested feature in X ads history is almost here. If you know, you know. I don't know. I don't know
either. I was trying to rummage on this for like 10 minutes. I actually have no idea what this could be.
I don't know.
I'm excited to see it. I have no idea. I tried to reach out to our
our
friends,
inside connect there,
our inside man, and would not confirm. So no idea what it is.
Well, he will neither confirm nor deny, but we shall see. And it will be interesting. It will be interesting nonetheless. Many thanks. Many thanks to Hayley Cannon coming on the show today. Many thanks to Nate Lagos of Shooting Doubles. Exciting things going on there on his side of the interwebs. Many thanks to Brett Curry, what they are doing with YouTube very soon. Hayley's story, very cool. With one with swim particularly. Many thanks to Seguno, Postscript, Rocked, AfterSell, Sati, Proxima, Universal Ads, / Rich Panel Intelligence, and Northbeam for making the show possible. Thank you for joining us. We will be back tomorrow. See you on the other side.